I'm at the orthopedics office again, because this time we're going to look at what's really wrong with me, which is the arthritis in my neck. So I'm curious to see what this doctor has to say to me about this lovely new little wrinkle in my wellness plan. Other than that, I'm also practicing looking at the green light so that I don't constantly do this. Okay, so we'll find out what's going on with my neck, and I'll catch y'all later, and I'll catch you all later. In the meantime, let's have some fun and roll it with Cyndi Lauper. Girls just want to have fun. Finished up my appointment with the doctor. I really liked him. He was super nice, had a great sense of humor, very different from the last doctor I saw, who was typical orthopedist as far as I'm concerned, kind of a little bit cut and dry, but very good at what he did. So, sometimes that's all you want from a doctor. But this doctor was amazing, and he really made me feel a lot better. I have to back off of the upper arm stuff, upper body stuff for a while, but I have a good pain management program for right now. Very simple, very easy. And I'm going to start physical therapy as soon as they get me into the system. So that'll mean a few changes, but we're just going to try to get all this working. Apparently I've got some shoulder issues in addition to the neck issues, but it's all manageable. So I'm happy about that. So good news. And now I'm off to run some errands, and then I'm off to the gym to do what I can do and not worry about what I can't do. So I had a really, really good workout. It was in the HIIT zone, which I was a little intimidated. I've done those workouts before, but usually put with teams. And I always feel like I might slow down the other people, but it was a real mix of people and at different fitness levels. And we all had different issues that we had to address. So I just didn't do a lot of the shoulder work, which was perfectly fine. I had some good modifications shown to me by one of the trainers. Super nice gal. And the instructor was great. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time. It made me realize I really do like the HIIT classes, so I might go back to them after I get cleared from physical therapy 100%. Wore my bracelet the whole time for Joshua, and felt like, I had a little cheerleader cheering me on, and I was able to cheer on some other people, so that was fun. And now I am on my way home and getting ready to go to the Spawns so we can look after her sweet little girl, Ivy. And if you're lucky, I might even share some video of her. And just like good old Rolling Stones, you never make a grown man cry, right? Well, this grown woman ain't gonna cry anymore either. We are on a roll. I'm here in my little corner of the world getting ready to do this workout. You can see all our clothes. We don't have a ton of clothes, but we do have clothes. So I'm here to do some weights, some yoga, some stretching, maybe some stomach work. I'm a little bit sad that I can't do more with my arms because I really need to do strength training for the Zep Bound, because you lose muscle when you're losing weight, and I don't want to lose my lean muscle. I want to build it. So I'm going to see what I can do to salvage that and see how that rolls the next time I do my next body check or whatever, which will be the 1st of October. So hopefully all is not lost there, and hopefully the physical trainer, is it physical? Whatever it's called. Anyways, I'm doing PT sometime. They'll call me, and so I'm going to figure out how to make that work. But it is what it is, and I'm in it to win it. So I'm walking today because I have an appointment at a doctor's office at 11:15, and I don't have time to go to the gym and do all the things I want to do. My mood is subject to change without warning because this is one of my activities I had to do during the pandemic, which gave me bunions. So I'm not a particular fan of a long walk anymore, but here we are. Gotta work out. It's one of the things that I really feel very strongly about, and that is exercising. I may get everything else wrong, but my dad taught me the value of working out on a regular basis. He took long walks, he cross-country skied, and he showed me that you can live a lot longer, even with a bad health diagnosis, if you take care of yourself. So that's number one. Number two, I can't do all the activities I used to be able to do because of the neck issue. I've been putting on a little detour. Haha. So I'm on a little detour. And right now the detour is taking me through this neighborhood of mine that I have walked so many miles in that not only do I have bunions, I believe I have every crack crack, every stone, every blade of grass, every weed, and every flower memorized in this neighborhood. But I don't feel like driving anywhere to go for a walk because time is money right now. And I have a release coming up in October that I'm getting ready for. So between the release, getting ready for that, and also writing a new book, I don't have time to flit around going from here to there and everywhere. Plus, all this wellness stuff takes time. And that also is a privilege not everybody has. So I'm really glad I have the time to go for a walk. And I'm going to wrap this one up, go into my closet, and work out in my new workout area that I created just to kind of round things out. Also, a little detour there, which I'll explain later. So here I go, off for my walk. I'm going to listen to my tunes or maybe the news if I really want to ruin my day. Nah, never mind. I'm just going to go for a walk. I'm back from my very short walk, but I burned about 100 calories, so that's okay. I ended up running into one of my amazing neighbors, and she has limes and lemons growing in her front, and she let me pick some. So I'll show you, this amazing big lime, and it's supposed to be pink on the inside. And 3 little limes, though this is a lemon. Geez, Christine, this is a lemon. And this is one of the baby limes I got. I got 2 more. So I'm super excited about that. She said the lemon has like a pink inside, so I'm very curious about that. So sometimes I guess walking in your neighborhood is a good thing because you come home with fruit. Anyhow, good to practice looking at the green light. And now I'm gonna go do the rest of my workout. So I'm just about done doing the rolled oats. I've got 1 more left, so I'll show you what I do. This is a 1/2 cup of real rolled oats, old fashioned. I just dig into here, kind of shake out the excess. And I do it, pour it right over top of this thing because I learned the hard way. If you don't do that, you'll have a mess to clean up. So to minimize mess, I highly recommend doing it my way. Sometimes my way is the best way. So that's all completed. Next up is the chia seed. I have a little bit left from the small bag that I purchased at another place, and then I have my big bag. I put in 1 tablespoon of chia seeds into every one of these little jars. And I also, oops, I think I messed up. Actually, I'm supposed to do this stuff first. I don't know, it doesn't really matter what order you do it in because you end up shaking it anyways. So 1 tablespoon of chia seeds per little thing of rolled oats. Boom, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I'll get that wrapped up and get back to you with my next ingredient. All right, so I've got my little chia seeds in here. You can see them, but it seems like a lot. They're very good. They're a good source of fiber and healthy for you, I guess. I really like them. They got a bit of a crunch to them. If you have like dentures or problems with like, you know, your teeth, these can get stuck between your teeth. So warning alert on that. I love them, but I also have a water pick, so I use the water pick religiously after I eat anything with this stuff in it. I've actually taken to putting it into my cottage cheese breakfast bowl as well, just to add some crunch and texture because cottage cheese by itself is not that great. So I'm just done now with this wonderfulness. Look at that. It's really pretty. It looks like a cookie in a jar, but it's way better for you than a cookie in a jar. So I just put the top on, pop it into my little bell jar holder. And then when I wrap that up, I'm gonna leave 2. I'm gonna show you what I do with what I do with them the night before, the day before, to get them ready for us to have the following day. The physicist really likes these because he like literally just eats his straight out of here. 1 less dish. I don't want to eat out of there, so I eat out of a bowl. I dump it into a bowl and eat it out of the bowl. This feels more like a real breakfast that way to me. But it is portable, so I'm thinking we might be able to take these with us to the beach when we go in October. We can bring enough for 3 mornings or 3 days and have them on hand. I mean, I know we're going to the beach and we're probably gonna have some naughty food, haha. And we're not gonna be purists about the only drinking 2 days out of 7 kind of rule because it's a beach and it's a vacation. But we're gonna do our darndest to be as well behaved as we can. Right now, the physicist calls the 2 nights that we do drink, he calls them naughty nights. And I'm like, well, that's about the only thing naughty that's happening here right now. Go high G amongst your CPAP machine. I'm busy trying to sleep, man. And that might be too much information for you, but that's what happens when you turn 60. You really just don't care anymore. So now I'm gonna go on over to my fridge and grab the almond milk and show you what I do next. I purchased the non-dairy almond milk unsweetened original from my grocery store, HEB brand. It's pretty tasty. This is the non-organic version, which is only 30 calories per serving, and a serving is 1 cup. We only use half a cup, so it's like only 15 calories, or 20 if you go with the organic. Basically, I just get whatever's available and go from there. And I don't quibble over 10 calories because I don't have time to reorganize all my writings and my inputtings into the food log, which I swore I wasn't gonna do again, but I'm doing it. You're welcome. I say that to my trainer. So you shake up this, but before you shake up the almond milk, you shake up your little handy dandy jar of goodies. Your fake knot cookie in a jar. And the reason you have to shake this to the best of your ability is because the protein powder can get congealed. I learned that the hard way the first time I made this, so I had to kind of shake it up halfway through the emulsifying process. But this is better. You just kind of shake it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of shake it up around. Boom, boom, boom. It's done. I turn it sideways. It's like a little maraca. Ding, 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 ding. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got a little Moroccan. Check it out. I'm making some music. Making music for my body. Woohoo! So there's that. Then the next thing I do is, of course, take off the tops, because otherwise I'd be pouring on top of the tops, and that would not be cool, and it make people seriously wonder about my sanity, though I'm sure some people probably already do that, and I know who you are. So this is the milk, the almond milk. You can use oat milk, you can use skim milk, you can use whatever you want. If you're allergic to nuts, just use regular old skim milk. I'm shaking it up, shake it good, I'm shaking it hard, and then you pour it in, and I don't measure. It calls for half a cup, but I figure I've got a half a cup of ingredients in here, plus or minus a tablespoon. So I just assume it's a half a cup. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'll pour this in. Ding, 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 ding. And it's so fun when it's kind of going into the whole mixture. So it bubbles up. I don't know if you can see the tops of the bubbles. It's kind of fun. Do you remember making like milk mustaches and stuff like that? Like, it's so much fun. So I kind of let it bubble up a little bit, and then I add just a tiddly bit more of the almond milk, or whatever milk flavor you want. Some people don't tolerate almond very well, so it's just really your choice. I think oat milk would go great with it. I have never done oat milk, but I figured, hey, almond, that's kind of like a protein, although there really isn't much protein in this. It's like 1 gram per serving. So it's a half a gram, so I didn't even count it. Then you reboot, put your top back on again. And you can make these like about 4 hours beforehand if you forget the night before, and they'll still kind of gel up pretty good. They'll mush up really good. By noon, when like say you did it at 8 in the morning or whatever, about 4 hours later it'll be good. So then you shake the crap out of this again. And I'm trying to get like some of the protein crap off the bottom. It's not crap, but that's the word I'm using. Here we go. Shaking it up. And then I'm gonna shake this one up. And then I just pop them into the fridge overnight. And the next day they're a nice snackaroonie. For us, it's about 200 something calories, 230 calories. I have to double check my .fit food logger. And it has 20 grams of protein. So one of these, a cup of cottage cheese with whatever I add to it, that right there brings me to 43 grams of protein. Now, guys, I gotta get to like over 125 grams of protein per day. That's kind of hard to do. I have some other hacks that I'm doing for that, but a girl can only eat so many protein bars, and a girl can only drink so many protein shakes. I did find a way to hack my protein shake to give it even more grams of protein. And I'm gonna maybe share it here. Yeah, I'll probably share it with you at some point. Basically, I'll just share it now. Basically, I just take the protein shake stuff that I get from my fitness place, from Crunch, and I make that as usual, but instead of using water, I use Premier Protein Chocolate protein drink as my liquid, and blender that together are my bullet for that. Anyway, it works out to 50 grams of protein in the serving, and it's perfect. So that gets me, with the other 2 things I've just told you, and maybe a protein bar, I'm well over 100 before dinner even starts. And I'm also not hungry. I have to kind of tell myself to eat. So these are done, and they're gonna go in the fridge. And that's my little overnight oatmeal recipe. I would be happy to share it with you. You can tweak it however you like. Some people like to add other things to it, to their breakfast, or you can maybe split it with someone you like and have maybe some yogurt with it. Yogurt is a good protein. You can do all kinds of fun things with it. You can add berries, but I just keep it very super simple because life is short and I don't have time to be complicated.